you so much for joining us for this one-of-a-kind event. I'm Rochelle Sinclair, the Executive Director of OneGoal New York, and I'm excited to share with you, our community of supporters, the stories of our impact. Despite lingering effects from the pandemic, our fellows have been resilient, and thanks to the support of their OneGoal program directors, they are on a path to living into their fullest potential. Now, I could go on and on about the accomplishments of our young people, but who better to hear it from than our students? We are here today to share our impact from the most recently completed school year, 2021 to 2022. We'll do this in 3 ways. By talking briefly through the top line numbers, by sharing a video with stories directly from some of our fellows and alumni, and lastly, by sending you an email with our first ever annual impact summary, a 2-pager with highlights from the year that you can easily share with your colleagues and networks. First, a look at the numbers. In 2022, we served more fellows than ever before in the history of OneGoal New York, over 1,500 students at 17 high schools. We are on a path to scale our reach in New York City. We plan to be in more high schools across the nation's largest school district. Our team's rallying cry is 25 by 25. We aim to be in 25 high schools by 2025. This will allow us to reach over 3,000 fellows, which will both broaden our reach and deepen our impact. As many of you know, 2 of our key success metrics are initial post-secondary enrollment and post-secondary persistence. For enrollment, last year, 79% of high school graduates from the class of 2022 enrolled in a post-secondary program immediately after high school. This is nearly 30 percentage points higher than low-income students from the class of 2022 nationwide. For persistence, 61% of high school graduates from the class of 2021 enrolled in a post-secondary program 3 semesters after their high school graduation. This is 10 percentage points higher than the projected persistence rates for all New York City public high school students from this class. With this data, we can see that OneGoal fellows continue the trend of consistently outpacing both their local and national peers, even throughout the pandemic. Now, the main event. Let's take the next 9.5 minutes to hear directly from some of our fellows and alumni.
It's become this class that I want to go to. Like, I want it and I kind of need it, you know? That extra support that no one wants to admit that they want it and they probably do need it, but when you get it, you're just it's a breath of fresh air to just know that there are also other people in that class that are kind of struggling or don't know where to go with themselves for college, and that there's always going to be your OneGoal teacher who's always just going to be I'm going to help you. If you need help, tell me, and we're going to sit down and we're going to fix it.
During COVID, I had a pretty rough time with classes. I had to study a lot, manage my time well, because I was also trying to play sports, so I had to know how to balance both. And she pushes me to strive better because she knows I had trouble at one of my classes, and she told me, ask the teacher for help, see what you could do to boost your grade up. And I did that, and I actually am doing better in that class. And I'm actually proud of myself.
Percent really strives for getting good grades and staying on top of our work. He sets us up for a college mentality. He's definitely trying to prepare us. When we're working on certain assignments, he's like, go find a partner, but it can't be the same person that you worked with yesterday. every day it has to be somebody new, so that whenever we're in class, it feels more like a family and that we get to know everybody. He shows us that it's okay to be vulnerable. You can tell that he's one of those teachers that really cares about his job. And so it's nice. He was definitely one of the main reasons that I wanted to join OneGoal.
Miss Gordon has helped me. Like, she was by my side through everything, answer every question I had on the application. It's all about taking step by step, not like rushing through everything, because then you're gonna miss an important question on the application. She's very supportive, and I thank her for that. I really appreciate it a lot. Well, I'm grateful enough to say that I got accepted to everywhere I wanted to go. I applied to the scholarship that Ms. Gordon told me, the Taco Bell scholarship. I got $25,000 from Quinnipiac, and that's how much I put on the Taco Bell scholarship. So, like, they met me, like, halfway, which I appreciate that a lot. Because I put in so much effort just to help out my mom, especially because, like, I don't want her to pay too much. Like, I want to help her halfway.
This is the best class that they're going to take, because you learn everything. And I learned about financial aid. She's been able to teach us that if you take a lot of money and you're not able to pay it back, you're going to be in debt now. She makes it easy to understand. If somebody breaks it down step by step for me, I get it. What Ms. Valencia told us is that don't leave money on the table. So if there's a scholarship giving you money, take it.
I was really like lost when I was a senior, and like wasn't sure what I wanted to major in, and like whether I wanted to go to a 4-year. And Ms. Valencia gave me like the offer, like, oh yeah, you could go to a 2-year, and then like see if like it's for you, and then like maybe go to a 4-year after. And I'm like, what, I should give that a shot, because I feel like college was this thing that was like I was obligated to go, but now it doesn't feel like I'm obligated. Like I want to go to college and I pursue like this degree, so I could say like I could always like rely on her and like the OneGoal program.
COVID has definitely taken an impact on my academic skills. And I really wasn't sure if college was the right decision for me. But when I enrolled into OneGoal, it definitely opened my eyes and made me realize that if I want a good career in my life and if I want good structure and stuff like that, then college was definitely a great choice. But OneGoal isn't only about like enlisting in college and stuff like that. They also have different career options if that's not something for you.
Lincoln University and HBCU, it has the number 1% of major I want to be in. If I go to that school, I see people who look like me, and I feel like I could be accepted and understood better. That's the place I want to be. OneGoal explained to me where my GPA, my grades need to be. It made me a little bit more confident because I know I have to help up others to get me into the school of my dreams. And I feel like nothing could go possibly wrong.
With Maverick Capital being one of the donors for OneGoal, they wanted to have a career day. I met a man by the name of Donald Devine, which was a very, very interesting, amazing mentor. He was very impressed with that. I don't know why he was, because I was just saying what I was on mind, and he was very impressed by that. That following day, he reached out to my school to give me an internship that summer. At first, I did hesitate a little bit because I was like, I'm not really into finance. I like film. But I took the leap. I learned so much in that hedge fund. It changed the way I thought. It changed my mindset. And I realized at that point that I can do anything that I wanted to do, that I can be in any room that I wanted to be in.
Most people in my OneGoal class want to go to college, but some of them, college and school in general is not really their passion. And Ms. Gordon was talking about do something that you love. Like, if college is not an option, maybe consider trade school or like get a certificate and something that you're interested in. She's very supportive and she talks more about it to give people options.
I feel like a lot of us are definitely challenged when it comes to the idea of college, and OneGoal alumni come visit us. So we have connections when we go in, so it's not like we're completely blindsided. We've been in class a couple of times and Personet's phone will ring and it's one of his previous students. And he gave them advice right there in front of us. So he's really made us realize that no matter where we go, we're gonna know somebody that we can relate to on a certain level.
It's kind of more than just a program. It's also like kind of the connection that my teacher's been building with us. Like sometimes I just feel like maybe it's not the work or it's just my personal life. She always makes us feel like your personal life will always affect how you manage and adjust throughout the day. So always focus on what's bothering you, even if it's just not schoolwork.
EOP had aided me in finishing school and paying for it. Without it, I do not think I would be able to finish college. And the key importance is making sure that I was doing well academically. They would check up on me periodically. It's almost like I had a OneGoal, but in college, I wouldn't have found out about that opportunity if OneGoal didn't introduce it to us.
The support program I had in government college is called Learn to Be Successful. It's like a no credit class, but the professor helps you set up classes, like, you know, if you're like falling behind, stuff like that. She's just like a Miss V of like my college. All my mistakes I made in my first semester, I made sure to like not do it in my second semester, like time management. Oh my God, and keeping up with like all your work is like the best thing you could do. And now by like my second semester, I could say like I adjusted to the college life.
I've been in OneGoal since junior year, and everything we've done since then, like it helps me prepare for where I am right now. If your school has OneGoal, definitely do it. Like it will make your college process 10 times easier, because if I didn't have OneGoal, like I said, I would probably submit all my applications like way past the deadline. That class will help you be successful in your post-secondary life.
I'm really ready to explore what's out there. So I feel like if you explore, you're gonna be like, there's a whole world of opportunities and you just have to grab them. Over the summer, I think I'm actually trying to take college classes. I want to be prepared. So I feel like with OneGoal's help, I feel like, oh, I could do this and I understand it. If my grades are good, if everything, my test results are amazing, I feel like I'm unstoppable.
It's not an easy transition to go from high school to college, right? Especially when you don't necessarily have all the resources that other students might have already. It was tough. It was very tough. But I feel like my secret weapon that I had in my back pocket was OneGoal. They helped us understand academically how to survive, how to take notes, how to be strategic, how to ask questions, how to sit in front of the classroom. They taught us a financial piece on not to take more than we can chew, making us understand that we were capable and that we can do whatever we wanted to do. And all that confidence came from Maverick Capital and interning for them, but that wouldn't have happened if I didn't have OneGoal, right? So I'm very happy that OneGoal kind of pushed us to understand that we needed to be college ready. We needed to make sure we knew what we wanted to do. And Miss Valencia was a key piece to that. I'm very thankful I had her and OneGoal during my transition from high school to college.
And there you have it. They said it far better than I ever could. Thank you all for joining us and for spending 15 minutes with our fellows. Please check your inbox tomorrow morning for our downloadable full impact summary from 2022, and stay tuned to receive a recording of this webinar. Thanks again and have a great day.